Mercedes R170 Slk, the 3.2 liter, not the 2.3. This is going to be air filters. Changing them, filters meaning two. There are two of them. One under each side. These air snorkels go up to two single air filters, and you have to remove this to the engine cover here in order to get to them. And I'm using a Wix filter. They came, at least I hope they came, yes. Two to the box, made in Poland. Beautiful. So, anyway, if you're doing a 2.3 liter compressor, it is basically the same liter. Go to my playlist on the W202 2.3. That's the same air filter and setup to replace that one. And this is a little different from the 3.2 liter 6 in the W208 or the ML320 or the E320 because they have plenty of space in the engine bay for a single big air filter. This one doesn't, so they've squashed it down and put two small flat ones in there. So anyway, I'm going to grab some tools and be back in a second. Okay, back the camera up a little bit so you can see. The first thing you need to do is remove these two air snorkels. And they simply pull out. Back and front. Then grab the front and gently pop it up off of the rubber mounts. And then the back out. Now when you're putting it back on, be sure to make sure this rubber seal goes around your mass airflow sensor and everything is all part of the throttle body down there. Make sure this seals around it nice and tight, this rubber ring. Okay, and I've got to get a T25 Torx, I think, and I'll be back in a second. I wasn't sure what size it was. 1 second. Okay, so I've got, oh, my camera fell down a little bit. There we go. Got a T20 Torx. And there's simply 4 screws on each one. So you don't have to watch me remove 8 screws. I'll take these out and be back 1 second. Okay, last one. I'm cheating because it's freezing out. I'm using an electric screwdriver. They don't need to pull all these bolts out, just pull them out until they start to spin, because they're going to be held captive in the bottom filter housing. You just lift it up. And there's your 2 filters. Oh, they're not actually bad. They're essentially brand new. A little dirty. I always look through them at the sun. See if I can see through, and I can, so these are okay. But screw it, I got new ones. So these are going in. Bigger part to the back, toward the back end. Second, I'm just gonna, there's a little bit of dust in here I'm gonna dump out. I'll make sure nothing gets in there. And remember, big part to the back, B, big back. Place your 2 covers over and make sure they're clean inside. Oh, come on, maybe it's easier putting them this way first. That is. Yeah, put them in the housing first, it's a little easier. Make sure they stay popped in there. Oops, I'm not right in front of the camera. Excuse me for sniffling, but it is freaking freezing out. I gotta blow my nose. Back in a second. I don't want you don't need to hear that. Okay, so I popped them in both the housings first. That just seemed to be a little bit easier. Put them over, line up the bolts, and screw them in. There's not a heck of a lot to it. Don't crank them down. They're not... There's no real torque spec on them. It's kind of like a light switch. When you're putting one of the... Oh my God, my nose is running again. When you're putting a light switch wall plate on, you don't want to crack it. You want to just be careful and gently snug them down. That's why I'm using this, because it's not super strong, but it's nice and fast. So I'm going to bolt all these back up, back in a second. Okay, they're all back. Why is my camera zoomed in now? They're all back on. These 4 metal clips clip onto 4 rubber boots like this. They're like a little rubber ball that they pop down into. Do the back ones first. Make sure the rubber ring here seals properly around the MAF before you do anything. Before you push the backs or fronts down, make sure that's around there, lined up on the rubber locators. And get that pushed down on there before you get the other ones on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You come back here and pull back up on the back to make sure if it's loose and flops up and down, then it's not sealing around there. And you'll get dirt into your engine and you will not be happy. Now just simply put the 2 hoses back on and we're done. Which side's which? I didn't keep track, but I think they're both the exact same. Pop in. Pop in. That's all there is to it. Thank you for watching.